Hi, today I'm going to talk about my experience of interview with supervisor to 6 universities. So I got admission offer with scholarship to 4 Australian universities, including Australian National University, where currently I'm doing my PhD, University of Melbourne, University of New South Wales, and Griffith University. And I was called for Viva to University of Cambridge, but I was not selected in the final round. So this is what I'm going to talk and discuss from my own experience, like that, what kind of questions came and how was the interview. So when I wrote email to supervisor and I got positive response from 4 supervisor to Australian universities, and they also called for further interview over Zoom and Skype. So what kind of questions they asked me, as I remember, so my first advice is don't panic. Like, it's your own proposal, and so you are the boss of your own proposal, and you can describe more than your supervisor. Prepare your best before the interview and let them know that you know these things, this is your plan, and this is how you are going to conduct this project. Basically, they will ask you the questions that how you are going to complete this PhD with your current proposal, and what's your method, and do you think that the methods are feasible. So prepare like how you are going to answer these particular questions, and try to let them know this is what your research question, and this is how you are going to conduct this. This is your method. You have this experience, and make them very simple. Like, try to convince them you have a good knowledge about your methodology, and you know how to complete your project with this methodology. So don't make it very difficult, tough, and try to describe them in easy concept and sentence. And when they call you for an interview, this is a very positive sign. Like, they liked you, they're happy with you. This is why they are inviting you to an interview. So don't panic, and try to study your articles if you have, and try to also have a good look about the supervisor's profile. They also asked me the question, like, if I have any questions about them. So I asked them like about what's their experience, and I wanted to ask I tried to ask them with particular questions about their research, and they happily answered all those things. The other question that I got from the supervisors, I remember I was taken for a interview almost 1 hour in the early morning with 2 supervisors in Griffith University, and they asked me a lot of questions, but it was like in conversation. So they will not try to dominate you, like asking so many difficult questions. They want to know your experience, your expertise on this particular field. So they asked me how my master's thesis is related to my PhD experience. So as I'm a student from criminology, and I conducted my master's thesis at the University of Ottawa with sexual violence, and then I made a proposal to my PhD with gender-based violence. So it wasn't easy questions, because when I completed my master's, I have a good command about my own thesis. So I tried to connect how my existing knowledge just don't tell, just not only tell about your theoretical knowledge, also tell how your field experience will enable you to conduct your PhD in this particular field in a better way. So I tried to relate all those things, my experience with the human rights organizations and how I collected data in those times. So they were very happy, and they want to know that you have enough capability to conduct your research, your field work, and your lab work. So that's all. And I was not, unfortunately, I was not finally selected in University of Cambridge, because when I wrote email to that particular supervisor, he was so happy with my proposal, and yeah, so he called me for an interview, and he was happy with my approach and everything. But when he went detail with my CV and also proposal, then he told that he is not so expert in qualitative research. He's expert in quantitative research. This is my fault, because when I was looking at his profile to website, then I should have keep in mind that I have to make a proposal using the quantitative method. So I have both knowledge in qualitative and quantitative method, but I preferred qualitative one. So if I could write the method in other way, then I think he would be convinced. So in my second viva, he told that, yeah, your profile looks good, but yeah, this is my limitation, and yeah. But he advised me to apply, and with his name I applied, but at last I was not selected. And also I applied to University of Oxford, but I was not taken for an interview, because for the DPhil in criminology program, they do not need a pre-supervisor. But I wrote to a supervisor, and he told that, yeah, if the application comes to me or comes to her, she would be happy to supervise me. So it wasn't like we had a number of email conversation about our project and everything, but finally I was not selected, because they took only 2 students from all over the world. It's so competitive. And in the meantime, I also started my PhD in Australian National University. So this is my experience about interview. So my simple suggestion is, just when your potential supervisor or panel call you for an interview, this is very positive. Keep it simple. Just study a bit about your research proposal. Emphasize more on your methodology and how you are going to complete the PhD or the current project with this methodology. This is the thing they want to know. So thank you for hearing me. I'll be coming with another video about higher education preparation in my next episode. Thank you all.